Okay, I'll talk. Seen a couple of videos, people having problems making the damn char cloth. This is how I do it. All it is, this is a tuna can. You use a can opener that cuts the lip. What are you hitting? Okay. You want to use a can opener to cut your lip. You don't have to, but this is how I do it, so this is how I do it. Now, I'm going to punch a hole off-centered, or Mike is going to punch a hole off-centered here. And you see I got some punk wood in there. But then we punch a small hole, one on each side. And that's for a wire. And a wire is for something to pick it up with out of the fire. So, okay, we had to find something to do this on. And I'm going to zoom in some, but you see, I don't put the hole in the center, and I don't recommend doing it. A little bit bigger than that if you don't mind. You want it big, that's going to clog up. You have to clean it every time you do something. Yeah, there you go. That's just a small hole right there. That's your breather hole. That's going to let it breathe. If you're using an Altoid tin or something like that, you don't need that stuff. On this one, like I say, you don't need to do this. It don't have to be done, but it sure does make it easier to get this stuff out of the fire. Small holes this time, not too big, because you want to be able to run that wire through it and tie it in a knot and then not pull out. It's basically all we're doing is making it so that it don't pull out. While you're doing that, I'm going to get a piece of wire off because my wire broke. So it happens. So I'm going to make a new wire. Okay, all I'm going to do is put it through one hole. Where's your zoom? On top, this one right here. Okay. And then I'm just going to like tie it in a knot. Pull it up so it can't come undone. I'm trying to be careful here because I got punk wood in this bucket, or in this can. Just like that. So that's on the inside. Come over to the other side, do the same thing, stick it in the other hole. This is the way I found that makes it real easy. If you're making this thing at home, if you're making it out in the woods, you probably can't find wire and tie knots and all that shit. But if you're making it at home, make it like this. It eliminates a lot of problems. And now you have a handle that you can use a stick to get it out of the fire. It also, when you put your lid on, pull that wire up tight and give it a couple of twists. And that wire, oh no, it didn't break, I thought it just broke. You give it a couple of twists, like that. Now you've got something that'll set up in the fire, and it will also help hold the lid down. Where's your round stick at? If you're out in the woods, you take a stick, you put your goods in the fire. When they get done, you just reach in there and pull them out. And then none of that was on camera. We ain't very good photographers, guys.
No, I'm over here putting knots in.
lot of people don't use a wire like that, and if you're out in the woods and you just find a can, and it don't matter if you don't have this type of can opener, it's okay. If you got tin foil, you can cover that top with tin foil, wrap it real tight, it'll work. Punch a little hole in it, it'll work. This just makes it so much easier. You can throw this in, you can make your char cloth in this, you can make punkwood char in this. And just pull it up tight and give it a couple of twists and it, ta-da!
I'm just doing the presentation. You know?
Yeah, I see that.
Like we'd be selling it on QVC or something.
But see, that'll help hold the top down because you'll get pressure sometimes and it'll pop them tops up. Just give it a couple twists like that, that's cool. Don't go too carried away because it'll wire will break. But yeah, and when you're out in the woods, well, as soon as we get some material in here, we're gonna put it on the fire, and that fire's about right, so we can cut some material and get it cooking. Okay, I don't think there's any set measurement for any of this crap. But what I like to do, it seems to work pretty good for me, is whatever jean material I'm cutting up, I try to cut it up in about 2 inches to 3 inches, no bigger than that. And you don't have to be crazy. You don't have to be elaborate or nothing. Most people overthink this stuff. That's why they mess up so much, is because they're overthinking it. Ain't gonna hurt them. You don't want to pack it tight, but you don't. It don't have to be floppy loose. You know, you just wait a minute. You just put your lid on it, give that wire a twist, set it on your fire, and you're cooking. Won't take but just a few minutes, and it'll start smoking. If that hole lights up and fire comes out of it, all it's doing is burning the gases or the chemicals or whatever the hell it is in the blue jeans that's making it get rid of everything except for the char cloth. Okay, you can kind of see, oops, going the wrong way. Starting to get smoke coming out of the hole. Oops, whoops, sorry. See the smoke coming out of the hole. That's when it's getting going. I hate nichrome. This stuff is so springy, it's nuts. Catching on fire, the fumes coming out of it's catching on fire. That's what Spirit Force said she worried about that on hers. I left her a comment. Doesn't matter. You can light that stuff. It's just gases coming out of there. And that will probably light with that much flame going. It'll probably light sooner or later. You can see it's steaming now. smoking or whatever you want to call it. This stuff stinks. It really does smell bad. You don't never want to do that in the house. I'm actually going to move it out of the direct fire just a little bit. See what that handle's for. Music provided by Mike Callahan, the Watchman News Channel. Okay, back to the fire. I'm kind of doing this one-handed because I got a vaporizer in the other hand, and you know, and you can see still the steam or the smoke still coming out of that hole. And every once in a while you see a little flame and stuff, but you see the smoke's gotten down a lot less. There's not as much smoke now as there was a while ago. Not as much. Wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Anyway, so it's dying down some, but it's not done yet. You see how it's blowing sideways now? It's because that stuff's caked up on it right there. Every once in a while, every once or twice you burn it, you're going to have to punch that hole out. The other one where the handles come out, you don't have to worry about because that ain't the problem. But and that ain't nothing. It smack it, it comes off. It's just like soot. Okay, it's about done smoking. So we're going to go ahead and take it off the fire and set it to cool. And we just let that cool probably somewhere around 8 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, however long it takes till you can touch it and it's cool. Don't ever open it before then. If you open it while the can is hot, this stuff will instantly combust and it'll start burning. So you never do it until it's cool. It should be cool. Make sure to feel it on the bottom especially. If it's slightly warm, you're probably okay. As long as it ain't too hot to hold, you're probably good. Let's see here. There you go. Pull a piece out, see if it feels like it's cooked.
Feels like it to me.
What you look at me like that for? Hang on, let me get you in focus here. Okay, we're gonna watch Mike strike his piece of char cloth he just made. We lost our light. That's alright. You can do it from the bottom. You do it however you want. I usually do it on top. Yep. There you go. You gotta find a sharp edge. That's the toughie, is kind of keeping the sharp edge in line. Okay, you want me to try?
Yep.
See if I can, you wanna watch this. And what I usually do is put the char cloth on top. And I kind of fluff it up, get it thick.
I couldn't remember exactly how you did it.
Yeah. It'll do it the other way. You can do it like this and scrape down into the can. But when punkwood, that's the best way to do it. When you hit the striker, you want to be moving, but you just barely want to touch that rock. Because all you're trying to do is shave minute slivers. And it ain't going to spark every time, and it ain't going to spark all the time.
Hi.
There's your light. It went out, didn't it?
Yep.
It's not quite cooked. It could stand a little bit more cooking, but it'll work. I do believe. It's nice if you can fluff up the edges a little bit. Sometimes it helps. Like I say, I think this could have cooked just a little bit longer. About to drop the rock. Yeah, I know that could cook a little bit longer.
Good. I think you could get something started with that. Well,
Yep.
looky there. You got a barbecue grill started that quick.
Yeah. That could stand to be cooked just a little bit longer. It's still a little bit stiff, but you can see it still works. Took a few extra strikes to get it. The trick with the trick that I've always found with the striker and flint is to be moving, but just to barely glance it. And you get sparks. You find a new edge. You get sparks. Oh, before you go, look at the bottom of that lid. That's the stuff that came out of your cotton.
Wow.
And you see the hole how it clogged up with that. You just pop it off. Should be ready to go again.
Fresh piece here. Only we can make forest fires.
And we can do that. So Mike's lighting it now with a ferrocerium rod, my little ferrocerium rod. Sparks all over the place.
Ah.
You blew it off. That's still going. Char cloth.
You can't light your cigar with that, then I don't know what to tell you. Oop.
Char cloth in one easy step.
That's right. And if you don't want to light a fire, don't listen to them.
Bye.